Hey everybody, it's Miss Sopiarz-Rianda. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend, and I also hope that you all took advantage of the light week we had last week. We first of all started our novel. You should have read a quarter of your novel last week. But besides just declaring what you were reading, the rest of the week was really for two things. One was to practice the CMAS test, and number two was for catch-up work. I gave you the opportunity to make a work for Unit 3 for up to 85% credit, and also for Unit 1 and 2 for up to 75% credit. So I really hope that you took advantage and submitted some late work as we roll into this last unit of our semester. So I really hope you took advantage. This week actually is another light week. You can see that session 2 is due on the 16th, on Sunday the 16th, and we're focusing on character and plot analysis. Now, the reason that this session is again a bit lighter is because, you guessed it, CMAS testing. If you are a full-time Jeffco virtual full-time student, senior, you are required by law on Monday and Tuesday, the 10th and 11th, to be taking the CMAS at Glen Heights Elementary School in Lakewood. You should have already communicated and RSVP'd. You should be there. So as a result, Monday and Tuesday, as you can see down here, are very, very light days. If anything, they're just testing and or reading. Okay? So be sure that you contact me if you have any questions about anything this week. And as I said, you know, it's a light week. So we're going to be really focusing on discussion and character analysis and reading this week. Okay, so here's our objectives. And like I mentioned before, the first thing that you're going to be doing is reading. You're going to be reading the next quarter of your novel. So by the end of this week, you should be halfway done with your novel. And as you are reading, I want you to be thinking about one of your main characters and focus on how they develop in the book in this section so far. How have they developed in the first half of the book? That's what you should be focusing on as you are reading this week, because you are going to be doing a character analysis as one of your assignments this week. So our first assignment is discussion. You are going to be writing a one-paragraph reaction using reader response. Remember that from Unit 2? And what connections can you make to the text so far? What thoughts and emotions has the action of the book invoked so far? Okay, so and click on there if you need a refresher on what reader response is. Be sure that when you participate in the book discussion, that you are only participating in one discussion, your book discussion. So if you're reading 1984 discussion, you post here. Do not post anywhere else. You will be exempt from all other discussions. So just post in your discussion book, okay? So click through to find your discussion board. And then after you post to your discussion board using the reader response lens and responding to at least 2 other students, your next and last assignment again this week, because remember it's a light week, is a character analysis mind map. So what you're going to be doing is focusing on one character in your book, and you are going to be identifying character traits, 4 of them. So that's things like honesty, bravery, cowardliness, naive. And then what you are going to do, you created those characteristics by examples from the book. So what you'll do is you will find 3 examples, specific examples with page numbers and or quotes, and you will identify 3 specific examples from the novel that gave you, that form that characteristic trait for you, okay? And down here are very specific directions and a video on how to create this character analysis mind map in Google. And then you'll submit that assignment into the Dropbox here. Now remember, I listed it here again. Remember to include specific examples, quotes, and page numbers for each example from the book. Super important, okay? And then you are done for the week. Next week, we're going to be going back full force for the last 3 weeks of our unit, which I can't even believe. And we're going to be focusing on tools that authors use to develop their ideas, as well as consider how theme impacts our understanding of text. So this week, we're focusing on character development, and then next week, we're going to be focusing on theme. So if you have any questions about anything this week, please let me know. Thank you.